Hey, Caveman here, and I'm going to do another video blog. And it's been a while since I've done one of these, but really had no reason to do one. Hadn't had anything special go on. But it's a really nice day out right now. My kids are all outside playing. I fixed one of my boys' bikes, one of their scooters. Took care of a couple other things. But anyway, I wanted to get started on another project. I have here some wood pieces. They're about, I think they were 3/4 of an inch thick, about 36 inches long. And I was at Hobby Lobby with my wife, might have been a week and a half ago now. No, it was just a week ago, actually, back on Monday. And we were at Hobby Lobby and we saw a wooden American flag that was being sold there that was $80, and all it was wood slats. The red were painted, the blue was painted, but the white of the stripes and the white of the stars was the natural wood. So I went back to the wood department and I got some balsa wood, and I am going to make my own. So I need to take this outside and I need to get all these sanded down to get all the cut burrs off and polish them up. Alright, so I got the wood outside and I dug through a bunch of my stuff in the basement and I found this little flex tripod, and I have this phone cradle, and they surprisingly match together, so I'm going to try putting this together on to my iPhone and try to do some sort of time lapse of me sanding everything down and getting stuff prepped for painting. And actually, I forgot to mention that I broke my little toe last Sunday. Yeah, I didn't know it was broken actually until I got on an hour-and-a-half walk with my wife and my youngest sister and came back, and we had played in a creek, and I was washing my feet, and I was washing and my toe just went sideways. There's no pain with it, and no bruising. But let me get this started. Alright, I'm back. It's actually the next day, and the only thing else I've done was I ended up cutting down the length a little bit. Cut off actually quite a bit. The flag being 36 inches by 13 inches didn't look proportionally right. So I got onto the internet and checked out the proper military dimensions for an American flag. And for being the width of 13 inches, because each one of these ended up being 1 inch thick instead of 3/4 inch, that would make the whole thing 13 inches. Now, if you're studying this, you'll see that there's only 12 boards. When I was at Hobby Lobby and bought the balsa wood, they only had 12 boards left, and I went to check another Hobby Lobby, and They didn't have what I needed at that one either. So I'm going to go ahead and start with what I have, and I'll just have to finish it up. The bottom stripe is solid red anyways. But anyway, according to the mil spec for an American flag, whatever the height of your flag, which is the hoist from top to bottom, obviously each stripe has to be an equal amount. So this one is 13 inches, will be 13 inches. And the width, or the fly, is 1.9 that of the height. So with 13 inches times 1.9 came out to be 24.7 or 24 3/4 inch, roughly. Well, I went ahead and made it 25 inches because the canton, which is the blue, the union part of the flag, is 7 stripes tall and 2/5 of the width of the flag. So being 25 inches, 2/5 of it is 10 inches. And I actually just found this out. So the width can come out all the way to 10 inches right here. So these can be spaced out a little bit more. Now there's actual dimensions for the size of each star and the spacing for each star. But I'm kind of limited on the size of my star. These are little 3D foam stars. They're probably 1/8 of an inch thick or so. What I'm going to do is sticker them on, paint it blue, and then peel them off so that I have the natural wood to be the white on the underside. And so I need to measure out the 10 inches on the top 7 boards, and then I need to go ahead and paint the red stripes on the alternate of those, and then I need to glue my boards together, and then I'll get the stars stickered, because some of these boards are not completely straight, but once I glue them onto the brace board on the back side, it'll keep them nice and tight so that I can get the star spacing correctly. So I'll need to get all that set up. Alright, so I've got the first coat of paint on the flag, and I went ahead and painted one of the stripes red, and I'll just go to Hobby Lobby another time to get another full slat for that one. And I put little notches in the wood right there, and so I knew how far to paint up to. And also when I get to painting the blue, that I know how far to go that direction on the white stripes. So I need to put at least another coat on it, and I think I'm going to go ahead and paint the back side like a normal flag, just not worry about doing the star detail up on the union part. Alright, so I got both sides painted on those and both sides painted on all of those. And I've gone down and got some of my Super Duty clamps and my industrial multi-purpose glue. And I'm going to go ahead and start mounting the flag onto the boards for the backing to give it support, so that I can get the square part all lined up and get that painted. Well, actually get it lined up so I can get the placement for the stars and then paint it blue. Alright, well there's that step. Gluing, it'll have to dry. I don't think I have enough compression on these springs, on these clamps, to hold the lower boards in place. So I might have to get some rubber bands and wrap it around the edge. But other than that, I'm going to have to let it dry, and then I'll be able to start on the stars tomorrow. Alright, so I had it drying all night long. I did end up putting rubber bands around the sides to hold it together. Let's see how that all turned out. A little bit of tackiness on that clamp. A little bit of crushing on the board, but not noticeable. And I knew that the glue slipped when I was moving it last night. I can touch that up just fine. But it is all together, and the slats appear to be nice and tight. So I've got my foam star stickers here. I went ahead and counted out the 30 of the white ones, and they would be the outer layer. and then I'll divvy up these, and they will be the offset interlayer. And I need to get my ruler and a pencil, and need to look up again the measurement so I can get them somewhat properly spaced. So there's 50 stars. So I ended up, the measurement ended up being about 3/4 inch between the stars. And so I went ahead and, if you noticed, I measured those 3 rows, and then I kind of eyeballed the rest in. These stars are not super symmetrical on their stamping, so a little bit of play and fudging here and there was needed to get it all to work out. So now it is time to for me to get some masking tape, mask off that line, and get the blue painted. And that is the first layer of blue paint. And the intent is to just peel off the star when I'm done painting. I'm going to hit it up with the second coat, and I still need to paint the back side of it, of course. But I have put a lot of paint up around the stars, so I'm needing that to fully dry before I attempt another paint job. And because this wood absorbs the paint so well, that I don't think I'll have much problem with it peeling off much. A little bit's okay, but I don't think it'll peel off a huge amount.